do things like this. So for this one, we always start by writing our name and the date and all that. And so this work is fractions. And this card is A1. And the date is 6/15. All right, so when we add fractions, there's one really important thing that we have to remember. When we add fractions, the fractions have to have the same denominator. Who remembers what's the denominator when we're looking at a fraction? What part of the fraction is the denominator?
It's the
bottom number, right? It tells us what family that fraction is a part of. And so when we're adding fractions, it'd be like if I said, I have 5 bananas and 3 strawberries, you know, how many, like I couldn't just add those together because they aren't equal, they aren't the same, right? So we have to have the same denominator. So let's write that rule down. So when adding and subtracting fractions, and I would just write a plus and minus because I'm trying to save some time for us, right? Because that's a lot to write down. They must, and I'm going to underline that because it's really important, have the same denominator. And this is going to be something that we'll come back to, so you have to make sure you remember because this is the most important thing to remember. So the first problem, we have 1/5 plus 3/5 equals. And we're going to use our materials. I know it seems really simple and you feel like you can do it without the materials, but let me tell you, classic mistakes happen when we don't use the materials. So we're going to be working with this and we're going to move on to some other stuff, and we want to make sure that we are doing it right. So just please just use the materials. All right, so here we have our first addend. We have 1/5, and to that we're going to add 3/5, 1/5, 2/5, 3/5. And when we add, what are we doing?
Them together?
Yeah, we're putting them all together. So we are going to put all these together. So 1/5 plus 3/5 equals 1, 2, 3, 4/5. I find that writing the problems vertically helps the students to not add the denominators together. And I'll often tell them, man, you wouldn't believe, whenever people do this work, sometimes they'll add the denominators together too. And what would that be? Like if we said 1/5 plus 3/5 and we added the numerators and the denominators together, that would be 4/10. And we can just see, is that the same? 4/10 and 4/5? That's very different, isn't it? That's why it's so important that we make sure that we don't add those denominators together, because that's a totally different number. All right, next we're going to do a problem where we subtract. So if I have, let's see, 6/7, yep, I did it, minus 2/7. All right, so for this one, what are the parts of a subtraction problem? We have the minuend minus the subtrahend equals, what's the answer in subtraction? The difference. The difference. So we have the minuend minus the subtrahend equals the difference. So we're going to start by building the first number, or the minuend. So I need 6/7. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6/7.
Minuend minus the
Subtrahend
equals the what?
the difference.
How different are they?
And so I start by building that minuend, 6/7, and I'm gonna subtract 2/7. So I'm not gonna get them from the box, right? Because we're gonna take them away from what we have. Because when we subtract, we are taking away. So I'm gonna take 1/7 and I'm gonna take 2/7, and then what's left is the difference. So I'm gonna move these over here. And the difference is 1, 2, 3, 4/7. And so they work on that for a while.